Let's say you can go be independent for some period of time while you're in college. But when you get married, what you're not gonna like to hear, but the fact is we're becoming dependent again. And I know in the West, we're sold the idea that it's not good. But we are in a relationship always depend on each other. And men depend on our love. And we depending on their protection and them providing us and leading us. Because when we're making decision where to buy a house and save the money, that saving money, you go to work and you break yourself, it's gonna deteriorate your emotional and your physical health. I promise you, sooner or later, you're gonna have a depression or anxiety. Do you understand? And so,
Yes.
Jamila, going back to that feminine energy, if we're so attached to career and making money, we cannot have both. We gotta choose. What's more important? Me being in a softer feminine energy, and that means depending on your man and decreasing yourself in this focus, in being in the driver's seat, slowing down, and then a man rises up, and that's how he reflects you and mirrors you, and now he gets into the driving seat and wants to provide, lead, and protect you and your children. But somehow we are sold the idea in the Tony Robbins programs that you can have it both. You can be happy and you can make money. No, there will be a cost on our health and our happiness. If we're just go-getter and spend 8 hours making the corporations and companies and Uncle Sam richer, we're paying the price. But besides us, our men and our children will be paying the price as well. So who wants to raise your hands and say, I don't agree with it? Go ahead, Mina. Go ahead, honey. What do you want to say about it?
I don't disagree with you.
Yes.
But this comes from someone who, I come from Northern Europe.
Yes.
And I think we have a long tradition of men and women working together.
Yes.
And you know where and that I think for me is very important. And I didn't have that kind of guy who would work with me.
Yeah.
And it's not like, what I'm saying is that if you want to have a successful career as a woman,
yes,
if you want to have it all, what you refer to,
yeah,
you truly need a partner who also understand what it takes from him.
Mina, let me correct you. Because I've been in your shoes for many years, and thank you for acknowledging, because I welcome all of you, because some of you feel like this is important, and that's fine. But when I was working and making good money, very high income, in the process, I just couldn't understand, why am I attracting men who make less income and cannot even pay for my lunches and dinners?
Yeah.
And that's the way the energy works. If you are in a feminine energy, you're going to attract a man in a masculine energy who will provide, lead, and protect you. Yeah. If you decide, I want to be in the driver's seat and I'm going to make money, you think that you can attract the same one, but no. The plus and plus going to go to war if you're both goal-oriented. If you're both in the feminine energy, meaning you're baking pies and cooking and taking care of kids, you will not last either. So that's the way the balance works. And that's why for thousands of years, men would go hunting and bring the mammoth home. And women would cook it and feed the man, feed themselves and the children. But somehow, again, we decided that we can have it both, but it just doesn't work. You can. You can be a success-oriented and making money. Just don't surprise. Why are you attracting men who are not making enough? Who cannot lead and protect. And if you will find the one who is like you, you're just gonna battle. It's not gonna work.
It needs a lot. Like when I say it's like you need a partner who understands that, but there needs to be the give and take, because sometimes.
But understanding has nothing to do with it, Mina. It's just the way the energy works. Plus and minus attract. And so we as a women gotta choose. I wanna make money. And it's okay that he's making salads and baked pies, or just looks good, or for the first time, I want to shift and allow myself to be a woman, because our woman nature is to be provided for and protected by a man. And I'm not saying that you are ready or maybe you want it. Maybe not. But if you want, that's what it will take.
Yeah. I, to be honest, when I hear that, like, I might want to get the guy who just bakes the pies.
Yes. Yes.
No, but there is like the certain careers, like I was
Yes.
married to a lawyer,
Yes.
prosecutor, judge. That's a bad match
Yes.
for me.
Yes. That's why
Plus
and plus
you need
fives.
that.
Yeah.
Those men, I try to stay away from them now.
Yes.
I see it
Yes. And thank
coming
you.
from Northern Europe.
Yes, thank you for your authenticity, because again, Finland, Sweden, Norway, they've gone to the shift to having so much masculine energy in the women that men are really intimidated and don't even approach women. And even the houses are now in Norway built in such a way for just one person. They don't even consider having a big houses because nobody gets married.
Yeah, we don't like that.
And that's where United States is heading. And in our way, in particular in our group, I am mainly focusing on helping women to shift to feminine energy, so that women for the first time will experience how is it to feel like being protected by a man. Because I've been in your shoes and I was exhausted. And when in 2020 I'm start having panic attacks and anxiety and migraine headache and throwing up before my sessions, I knew I was done with the career. I was done.
Yeah, no, I agree. I need to find more of my feminine energy. And I will find it.
Yeah, and that's why you're here.
That's why I'm
I
here.
don't acknowledge
But
you.
I need my career. I need all that.
Yeah.
And I need the guy who makes the pies. It's terrible. This is so terrible.
You're still having attached that I want to be a professor and let him bake the pies and just be with us, stay with us. Maybe something will shift, and there's nothing wrong. That's where you are right now, and you've been growing up in this culture for so long. And again, I'm just inviting you for trying something new if it feels right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it would feel so right to have a guy like that.
And I think it will happen naturally to you as you're going to continue staying in the masculine energy. But just remember, you cannot have both. You cannot be masculine and feminine at the same time. You either in a career or you shift to feminine energy, And please, ladies, just know that changes don't happen overnight. It takes time. Even if you right now, first time here, it will take you maybe 6 months or a year to transition to feminine energy by only 20-30%. And it's okay. And then you're going to be touching the water and see, does it feel comfortable or not? And then you feel like, yes, it feels good. You're going to continue shifting more and shifting more. Because if you'll tell right now to your husband or boyfriend, I don't want to work, I want to stay home, I want to be in the feminine energy, he'll divorce you or break up with you. Nobody wants to go through the transitions fast. It's a slow process, going from masculine to feminine, and your man starting to shift from feminine to masculine. It's a slow process. For some, it takes a year. Sometimes it takes 2. Sometimes it might take you even 3 years, but it's a beautiful, gradual process. So your brain is not overwhelmed. What is happening? I quit my job, No, if you're working right now 40 hours a week, be cautious that I'm putting so much energy. Maybe I start cutting hours to 35 or 30. Maybe I can do part-time, or maybe I can just zone out and not focus being this perfect and giving 100% results and putting myself first. That is already shift in your mindset on how you're viewing career number 1 or versus me and my relationship. And first, it's like acknowledgement, being aware of what's happening. So thank you.